what is this thing? It's huge and it took about 2 months to arrive. I have no idea what it is. A bomb most likely, coming in about 2.5 layers. The outer layer has a hole punched through it and everything is a mess from all the blood that's leaking out of it. Not to worry about though, anything inside is kept perfectly safe with a thick layer of foam, and everybody knows that keeps it safe from all natural laws of physics besides the need to urinate. Hi, this is Ben B, and this is my first impressions on Gaomon's PD2200, a surprisingly great upgrade from my previous Hyliion GT220 V2 at even a lower price. The packaging itself overall kept the product safe from most of the damages during the delivery process. Though as someone that likes to keep a memory of all the things they have gotten, I would like them to arrive in perfect condition so I can just put everything back into the box where it belongs after I finish using it, maybe a few years down the line. The packaging overall was simplistic and functional, much like my Hyliion GT220 that came along, but with a superior graphical design and also a nice filtered touch of carefulness and attention, which makes the XP Pen tablets pretty damn special feeling. A specific detail within the design which I love as added is a zip for the seal packaging inside the tablet itself, with a better usability for maybe storing books, paper, documents, or whatever the sort, but it's a kind of attempt of the design to make it usable, not a one-time delivery sort of deal that really makes me happy to see. Almost feeling the disappointment that I felt within me for the 2 months of delivery for the product, though not exactly so quite. The degrees around the curve and the edges, the lessened curve, the richer backplating, anti-reflection coating, and the paper feel to the screen adds a more beautiful feel to the experience of looking and using the product, with a modern edge and more functional feeling of the design, like something that came out within the bathrobe period, which makes this thing really nice to see. The common stand was pre-attached to the tablet itself, designed with 2 contact points. A large outer stand which is the typical pullback locking, and a second smaller stand on the inside with 3 moving parts, which makes the thing great to be placed on all angles. The balance of the machine is great on all corners, with little to no wobble within all edges when pressing right on the corners. The removal of the stands is just as simple, with 4 Phillips screws, which is something I was a bit worried about at the beginning with the product, as I had a cost saving within this area, which luckily I was wrong about. The ports of the machine is really placed on the side instead of the typical downward position you would see on my Hyliion tablet previously, though the seems to be 3 holes on the side to help hold the weight of the cables. I have not really found a way to use it though, and neither has really going through the menu really helped at all. In my previous machine, I had issues in regards to the HDMI cable always falling out because of the pressure of everything while moving the monitor, and I hope this can be a help for that, but I now have certified opinions on the matter right now, so I can't really say too much about it. Though I can say about it does make things a bit harder for the cable to connect to my PC, especially with the short and though standard HDMI cable that comes along within the packaging, which I quickly switch out for my own. The installation of the tablet on my monitor arm is painful and dangerous as any other. The buttons of the monitor go into a lock mode after a small while, in which you need to press it for 7 long seconds to activate it again, which I think is a lot of time and a pain to do, and I don't think it's really needed really, though I do understand the reasoning behind it for accidental presses while working. The installation of the drivers though was pretty painless, needing just 2 restarts for everything to work everything as intendedly. I like the design, the driver's UI, and you have other products from Gaomon. I believe all the same driver will work for all the devices. Plugging in my S620 and changing my PD2200, the interface is simply checked in between the devices for the matching the keys and stuff like that. So yeah, different products seem to work pretty fine, the same drivers and stuff like that. The drivers require no clicking on the apply button or anything like that. To simply make the changes inside the driver, it will apply by itself automatically, which is pretty nice to use. Knock, what is it? Well, that's great and all, but what about the performance of the machine? Is that any good? Yes? Oh my god, everything's goddamn amazing! This tablet actually captures the softness strokes I added inside Photoshop. Sketching and drawing on the thing feels great. Though a downside of this which I found within this product is the issue in regards to drawing straight lines. Inside of Photoshop, what it usually takes to connect a line to one point to another is a simple shift click. Click on one tab or two or more points on the screen to connect a line in between the points. Depending on the pressures that's given, the line thickness can be different from one end to another with pressure sensitivity turned on. This function works absolutely fine inside Hyliion and what I can remember from XP Pen, but it's a real struggle using this tablet. No matter what pressure I put down, the different pressures, no matter how hard I put down, the thin stroke in between the 2 points will always be very thin, or non-existent even. So, which is a huge downside to me, really. By default, the screen system seems a bit too warm, so that's something I had to go into menu to fix. The menu system I find hard to use compared to the typical nimble system it usually gets, though it's something I admittedly don't use too often. I'm thinking doing with the clean base design with no buttons for extras was ultimately the correct decision that was made here, though I do wonder if there's a reason why not to make the entire menu system accessible by mouse or just pen, as I feel like that would have suited the feel of the product as a whole a bit more. In terms of pricing though, this company has one of the best products to cost I've ever seen. A similar price Korean tablet GT200 will cost you extra $100 more, and XP Pen version a few $100s or more. And before we get into things like, oh my god, Wacom is so much better, it is slightly by a little bit, let's admit that. But let's not get into ahead of ourselves and talk about the pricing. It is quite a lot more, by a few $1,000s in fact. The construction has been great on first impressions, the packaging is safe and functional, the driver seems to work as intended, so should you actually buy one of these things? Maybe? The wait times will be long for these products, and that's probably where they're saving the money. If you don't mind the wait time, I recommend trying out the S620 product, a screen portable version compatible with both Android and PC. It comes natively with USB-A to both USB-B and UPC adapters. If using Apple, you might need an additional adapter for transferring to Thunderbolt if there is any. So yeah, I've been using the S620 for maybe half a year now and been serving nicely as a drafter for placing down ideas and a general proportion changer for inside sculpting. So yeah, that's my first impressions in Gaomon, the DP2200. By now, I'm going to be keen on using the joint tablet.